What's up, Exclusive Thoughts fam? This is Troy Spry, certified life and relationship coach and reality expert, Troy Spry. I just want to drop a quick video on you because I think you've been lied to. I think we've all been lied to a little bit. And I'll tell you why. Somebody told us that if we got a few degrees, got a few accolades, had a nice resume, nice little career path, that makes us a first-round draft pick to be somebody's husband or somebody's wife. And the fact of the matter is, it doesn't, right? Because they take two separate skill sets. So what's happened is there's this development of arrogance on the dating scene of people who think, oh man, I make six figures, or I make this amount of money, or I've got these kind of degrees. That makes me better than somebody else. Now, I'll say this. It does make you more marketable on the dating scene if you have that great resume. Just like in you searching for a job or anything like that. It makes you more marketable, but that doesn't mean that you can do the job well. A lot of the reasons that a lot of our relationships and marriages are failing is because people think that what they have on paper will match what it takes to make things happen in real life. And that doesn't necessarily pan out. For example, you can have a master's degree and a PhD, but if you're not emotionally available, if you're not willing to be vulnerable, if you're not willing to serve somebody else, if you're not willing to compromise, if you're insecure, if you're all these things, but you got a great resume, that means that you probably won't do the job well. So that doesn't make you a first-round draft pick. So what ends up happening is you got these people out here, downing other people out here on the date scene because they say they don't have all these things that I have. But in reality, you don't even have what it takes to be in a relationship. You haven't worked on those skill sets. You haven't worked on reciprocation. You haven't worked on consistency. You haven't worked on compromise. You haven't worked on serving somebody else. All you've worked on is what it takes for you to be selfish and the things that are self-serving to you. And so now you get into a relationship and you still think you're somebody's boss. You think you're somebody, you can tell somebody else what to do. You think you can control somebody else. You think all these things, when in reality, when you come in the house, and I know you and you know me, beyond the work, beyond the degrees, beyond the accolades, that stuff doesn't fly. And so now we're bumping heads all the time because you think you're some kind of high commodity. In reality, you really are just as lost as a lot of other people. So all I'm saying is this. Develop skill sets that it takes to have successful, healthy relationships. Not just skill sets that it takes for you to be a great employee or a great entrepreneur. You got to learn how to serve somebody else. You got to learn how to reciprocate efforts. You got to learn how to put somebody else's needs in front of yours. Those are things that will help you be a good mate, a good husband, a good wife, right? The other things do help. They might help you be a good provider, right? Or they may help they may help with the bills or things like that. But they won't help you in the interpersonal relationships that it takes, or interpersonal skills that it takes, or interdependent skills that it takes to be in a happy, healthy relationship or marriage. Because what I'm tired of seeing is people get married based on what's on paper instead of what's based in reality. And then they get divorced and then they blame marriage. Nah, it wasn't marriage. It was because you got married to somebody that looked good on paper, but you didn't get married to the person that they were in reality. And now you want to blame the institution for it. And now you making everybody else feel like something's wrong with marriage or something's wrong with being in a relationship. And now you burn and you're bitter and the next person has to pay for that. All I'm saying is very simple. Your accolades, your degrees, they don't define you. Your character is what defines you, right? How you treat people is what defines you. How you're willing to reciprocate and serve somebody else is what defines you. The willingness to give back to somebody else, to make somebody else a priority. Those are the things that make you great in a relationship. Not all these things that you have on paper. Because what I have seen is a lot of you have great resumes, but you don't interview well, right? And even if you interview well, you don't perform the job very well, right? So I want you to take some time, take a step back, and figure out what skills you need to develop in order to be a good mate, to be a good husband, or to be a good wife. Look at those skill sets. Because your paper, it doesn't mean anything after 5 o'clock. Hear me on that. Your paper and your degrees and your accolades and your accomplishments, they don't mean anything when it comes down to building a family, when it comes down to serving somebody else, when it comes down to reciprocating efforts. Those don't mean anything. So develop other skill sets before you be out here on the dating scene being arrogant, talking about how much of a commodity you are to somebody else. No. I need you to add value to somebody else's life other than yours. Do that. Try that. That's what makes you valuable on the dating scene. That's what makes you valuable in a relationship or in a marriage. Those things. So as I kind of finish my Saturday soapbox, is what I like to call it, I just want you to know this. I know I was a little rough on this video, but it was something that was bothering me. It was something that was on my heart. And everything I say is out of love. Right? I just want people to understand that there's more to this marriage thing, there's more to this relationship thing than what you can provide to somebody on paper. You got to provide those things in real life. You got to provide a certain kind of attitude you got to come to the table with. That's what you got to do. You got to come to the table with a certain kind of attitude that focuses more on somebody else than on yourself. Happy Saturday. If you like the video, you like what I had to say, take the time to share it. And always, as always, go to my website, check out something, www.exclusivethoughts.com. You can get my ebook on there. You can check out blogs, other videos, whatever it is. But go to www.exclusivethoughts.com. Sign up for the email list. I mean, that's how you can stay in contact with me. But I'll be dropping more videos. I gotta go. Gotta finish running these errands on this Saturday. Peace.